What if I told you that one of the world's most iconic football clubs is about to transform its stadium into a living, breathing machine? Not just a venue with more seats or shinier screens, but a futuristic temple of sport, culture, and technology. In Turin, Juventus isn't just planning a renovation. They're reimagining what a stadium can be by 2030. And what they've envisioned isn't just bold, it's revolutionary. Chapter 1. The Vision of a Living Stadium. Juventus Stadium stood out in Europe when it opened in 2009. But times change. Expectations rise. The club's board looked around and thought differently. Don't simply rebuild. Instead, reimagine the entire district. What if fans could feel stadium pride every day? What if the venue became Olive Grove quiet on Christmas Eve, but electric every Saturday night and concert Sunday? What if it could be business headquarters by day, sports lab by night, and future-proof community platform always? Like most iconic stadiums, it's not just concrete and plastic. It's memory. It hosts titles, finals, heartbreak, glory, cultural moments. But as it stands flat now, faces aging facades, narrow concourses, standardized suites that look dated. The project doesn't erase that, it evolves it. It keeps the curvature of the original bowl, the club museum, walking paths, bronze statues. But it expands upward, outward. It connects with public transit, builds green roofs, embeds solar panels, all to create a fusion of memory and progress. On the exterior, the design reveals its ambition. Imagine your first view. Terraces that look like balconies, filled with vines cascading down from glass rooftops. Think dynamic LED arches that can light up in black and white on match days, pride colors for Champions League nights, or green for Earth Day. It's not just a stadium design, it's a civic lantern telling people Juventus is part of Turin's beating pulse. Inside, the changes begin with intimacy. Lower tiers will be pulled closer to the pitch. Lines of sight are enhanced. Sight lines are flattened. They improve sound reflection. Acoustics is central, so chants resonate, not scatter. The sound design is sculpted into the walls and seating, no big reverberant hum. Instead, crisp, focused roar. Imagine a match-winning goal echoing like thunder. That feeling, preserved and amplified. Chapter 2. Passion meets technology. The draft renderings reveal technological ambition as much as structural evolution. Imagine stepping into a seat with wireless charging pads, noise-canceling options for family zones, and built-in sound detectors that map crowd dynamics in real time. Push a button and your seat vibrates for a goal. That's not science fiction, it's strategic enrichment. Then there's the panoramic LED screen ribbon running uninterrupted around the stadium's upper tier. 800 meters of 8K display, replays, match facts, sponsor content, maps to the nearest loo, and celebration visuals driven by fan chants. Not limited to the screen, the AI-controlled audio system adjusts volume per section. Harsh for rival fans, pumping for home supporters, clear for VIPs, and hushed in family spaces. The stadium's new roof is transparent ETFE, layered to control temperature, light, solar gain. Combined with solar panels, it ensures the stadium runs carbon neutral on match days. There's also a media and innovation hub below the west stands. This multi-story basement hides sports labs, analytics floors, production studios, and a VR post-match analysis suite. Here, players retrace corners, fans relive plays in VR, students intern on data models for sponsorship, while coaches decode tactical patterns. It's a 360-degree sports factory designed for the future. And that's just inside. The real magic is how the stadium interacts with the city. Chapter 3. The stadium as a city quarter. By 2030, Juventus Stadium will be more than a match venue. It will be Turin's weekend heartbeat, but also a daily hub. Picture this, a winter morning in January. Doors open at 8. The Western Plaza hosts a farmer's market. Early morning runners follow the track circling the bowl. Students visit the club museum. Offices inside host meetings over espresso and Wi-Fi. Dinner reservations at rooftop restaurants overlook city lights and alpine silhouettes. On match days, the commercial spaces convert into club pop-up stores, beer gardens, and display zones for fan art. After the game, theaters in the complex host indie concerts, esports events, corporate gatherings, and food festivals. This isn't fanciful. Zoning plans already earmark 7,000 square meters of retail space, 1,000 seats for co-working, and 800 residential apartments within walking distance. The stadium project funds new metro stops on lines M1 and M2, plus tram enhancements for regional buses. Social planners expect a 30% rise in public transport usage, reducing commute stress and carbon emissions. This multi-use model is already proven overseas. Juventus wants to take it further. Green roofs on suites, accessible for rooftop dining, rainwater stored and used for landscaping, urban greening integrated into design, using vertical plantings to create oxygen pockets, a mini orchard near the south gate planted with regional apples to teach local schools about sustainability. The commitment is long-term. The plan includes a referendum clause. They'll hold community votes every 5 years to determine facility uses, ensuring citizens remain stakeholders. All this innovation could feel sterile if it doesn't connect to fans. The club knows it. There's a tangible strategy to embed emotion into every aspect of the build. First, the Memory Bridge, a walkway along the original stadium crest, inscribed with ticket stubs from major matches in gold. Fans walk within earshot of the field, feel engraved stories. As they lead into the new bowl, they pass the Hall of Gladiators, life-size interactive statues of legends like Del Piero, Nedved, Chiellini, standing in virtual match scenarios with pre-recorded chants triggered by proximity. Inside, there's a designated Tifosi tier, a safe standing terrace standing vertical to promote organized chants, supported by stadium pillars designed to enhance drum resonance. It's decibel-checked and structurally sound. The club consulted ultras groups, and fan representatives will rotate murals each year. Family zones have built-in quiet rooms and sensory labs for neurodiverse purposes. Schools get reserved match-day discounts, and stadium tours include school days when kids get to walk inside press tunnels and dressing rooms. The museum will expand, dedicated to women's football, Juventus esports, historical anti-fascist milestones, and fan creativity. Interactive displays, point at the wall, and a recorded voice of a fan from 2010 springs to life, recalling a goal scored. Stick around until the end to discover how Juventus Stadium will host Champions League finals, city marathons, and even a motorsport demonstration, and how it cleverly recycles rainwater to power its own energy grid. Chapter 4: Finance, Timeline, and Governance. Any stadium of this ambition starts with a question: where's the money? Juventus found answers. The €600 million project is funded via a mixed model: private investment, green bonds tied to sustainability milestones, UEFA development grants for infrastructure, plus commercial naming rights sold in 5-year cycles. The club adds revenue from loft apartments overlooking plazas, premium clubs, and technology licensing deals. Public transit authorities are investing in M1 extension. Turin's municipality committed to street enhancements. The club guarantees community usage 20 days a month. Costs will amortize over 25 years. European CAF indicates that stadiums spending over 1/4 of revenue on infrastructure can sink clubs. Juventus's balance sheet shows a different trajectory. Structure, not overspent. Construction begins early in 2024, starting with plaza and external works. Major renovations continue inside in phases to allow matches during the first year. Phase 1 completes roof and seating by late 2026. Phase 2 finishes museum, commercial space, and residential structure by 2028. Final 6 months cover landscape, test events, and festival launches. Full opening for the first Champions League game of season 2029-30. Governance includes a statutory oversight committee, chaired by a former player, a former mayor, a university planner, 4 civil society representatives, and a financial auditor. Contracts include penalty clauses for late delivery, noise agreements with neighborhoods, and environmental targets. It's designed to be accountable and community-owned in spirit. Chapter 5: The Future of Football Venues. Juventus 2030 taps into global trends. Stadiums are not silos. They're hubs, they're platforms, places that earn income off-field, anchor neighborhoods, and train future citizens. It's about blending football with culture and infrastructure. Already in Europe, other clubs are taking notes. The revival of San Siro, Roma's Flaminio Dreams, PSG's new Parc des Princes, they mirror Juve's embrace of mixed use, digitalization, community, and sustainability. UEFA is pushing infrastructure criteria. Hosting finals requires inclusive, tech-enabled stadiums by 2031. JA 2030 aims to fulfill that mission, a goal line before the final. This is not just Turin's pride, it's Italy's response to global competition. A model that says we can build big, dig deep, and still remain human. A plan to grow revenue and fans, not cut corners. A statement that football can be at the heart of its city, not just on Saturday nights, but every corner, every day, for everyone.